Settings. From your home page, click on the Settings tab. Here you'll see 4 different sections of settings. The first is System Settings, where it says Merchant Email. By placing your email in this field, you're going to automatically receive an email receipt each time you charge a card. Report rows/page. This allows you to place the number of rows per page you wish to display in your Reports tab. Use Compact Mode. By checking off this box, you are removing all pop-up warnings from your console. We would advise you to leave this unchecked because you never know when you may accidentally click on something. Your second section of settings is Batch Settings. Here you can set the system to automatically close out your batch. Under Auto Close Batches Every, you'll see all the available time frames for a batch to automatically close. If you choose a specific time, keep in mind we operate on Pacific Standard Time, so if you are in a different time zone, you will need to account for the time difference. Otherwise, you're more than welcome to use any of the other hourly time frames. Keep in mind, when you use any one of these other hourly time frames, that clock, for example, if you select 24 hours, will begin the moment the first transaction opens the batch. The batch will then close 24 hours after the batch had opened. Send Batch Reports To. You'll want to place your email here. That way, each time your batch closes, you will be sent an email summary of that day's batch. Send Batch Errors To. This will also be your email. What a batch error is once in a while an error will make it to your batch. It does not happen often, but when it does, it jams your batch. It's very important for you to call the number that you are emailed with for us to remove that jam. Expire Auths After. This has to do with pre-authorizations. Our system will display up to 30 days worth of pre-authorizations in your queued transactions. Here you can see the options from 24 hours all the way up to 30 days. Receipt Settings. This is in the event you wish to send your customer an emailed receipt. The email from would be your receipt so that it appears that you sent that receipt directly. Reply To would be the same email. That way, if your customer replies to that receipt, you will get their response. And the subject prefix would be the subject of that email. Now, while this is an optional setting, we do recommend that you place your information in here, because if it's left blank and you send a receipt, the receipt will show that it's sent from USAePay. Many of your customers don't know who we are and sometimes get concerned that something fraudulent may be happening, so we would hate for you to get hit with an unnecessary chargeback. The last section is for customer database and recurring billing settings. Times to retry. This would be if the first attempt is not going through for your recurring customers, how many times would you like the system to attempt to collect payment? Your options are between 0 and 5 attempts. If you leave it at 5 attempts, this will be 1 attempt over the span of 5 days. If at the end of the last attempt the card is still not going through, the customer's profile will disable. Run billing at is the time you wish for the system to run the automatic recurring billing. Again, please note this is based off of Pacific Standard Time. And interface version, we recommend leaving this at Simple. Simple is the easier way to navigate. However, if you choose to use your database of customers for database purposes only and not a true recurring, then we would recommend leaving this at Advanced. This will give you the option to charge the profile in the recurring profile. Once you've entered all your settings, go ahead and hit Save, and your settings will immediately be applied.